Hello guys, good day. My name is Obinosh's Signature. I want to show you something. In today's class, I want to show you how to correct a wrongly locked hair. This is interlocking, and you can see how the locks are dividing. You can see. So this is as a result of wrong way of interlocking, and this is caused by following a particular direction. Once you follow one direction, this is what you get. You getting it? So I'll be showing you how to correct it. Then after then, we are going to wash the hair. After we wash the hair, we'll interlock the hair. Then we'll start. So I want you to stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. So after we wet the hair, we condition the hair all through so that locks will be very soft and easy to twist. So the next thing now is to go in and start correcting it. So now, if you can see closely, this was the direction the person followed. You can see the direction the person followed is actually this direction. So I'm going opposite the direction so that I can unlock it. You can see, so this is unlocked. I can't go further than this. If I do, I'll be destroying the locks. So I keep it. I pick the next one, start doing the same thing. So if you're following your direction and you are not noticing if you don't notice that the root is not freeing up, that means you are not following the right direction. You have to retrace your step back so that you won't contribute to the damage. You can see this as a result of following the wrong direction. So usually when the person that locks the hair, why he's noticing that is because he was locking this direction like this, same direction. So that's what causes it. Hello Genesis, welcome to my live stream. You're the first viewer today. How are you? And where are you streaming from? so you guys can have enough time to see the whole process. So I'm going to be hanging the camera now. So let's hang it. Just press that thing down. It didn't come down. Press this thing down so that it will come in. Hello, welcome to my live stream. So yeah, some cases whereby you try to do that, it won't work. So let me show you what will happen. Some cases we need to even use scissors to correct it. Time back, okay. Once you turn it once, it's okay. I'll be using scissors to correct it. Now let me show you what I'm doing with scissors. That's one. Around it. Like this. I'll follow this way. You see the hair. Let's take out the hair. And twice. Let's use band to gather them so that we'll know the ones we have worked on. So anytime you are locking hair and you notice things like this, they are the reason why most people that do interlock used to have gallop around their locks. So once you have an undergrowth that your hand can enter like this, it's okay. I will use needles.
Look at the band.
The band. Well, I have hair tie. Hair tie is good.
Huh?
Hair tie. Those transparent hair tie that you can use to tie it. No band, it's hair tie I use. It's hair tie I use, hair tie.
Oh, really? I don't have.
No.
Do you have?
Yes, I have hair tie. That's what I'm saying. Or are you going to use my tripod and band? You use this one?
Like chain with the chain to you.
No worry. Now one I will pick commons. You get one way they put commons.
Don't worry, I'll just figure out something.
I should give the hair tie. I should give you the hairstyle.
No, I won't be able to. I don't know how to use it.
It's normal. It's this small hairstyle I used to do the installation.
That black one?
No, it's more like a transparent hairstyle.
Oh.
Check, show her the hairstyle. She doesn't
I'm
want
not
to.
sure I'll be able to use that one.
Alright, I will check. If I see band, look at it. Oh. See, I can just fold it and help you tie it now. Wait.
Okay.
Tie it.
No, just spray it now.
Let me tie it for you now.
No, I have
Okay, you have to
use
spray it first.
spray
Eh?
it first, yes.
So you can just fold it there.
Thank you.
Sorry. Sorry guys, I was attending to my neighbor. Please, anytime you are interlocking your hair and you are locking your hair, you discover that you are seeing this kind of line in between your locks. The loctician is actually doing it wrong. So you need to raise an alarm so that you won't experience the same thing we are doing right now. So after we do it, we are going to wash it off. Then after washing it off, we are going to lock it the correct way you need to lock. So this is my first video for interlocking. So I would like you guys to stay close to the camera so you see how to interlock. The way I do my interlocking is not the regular interlocking you see everywhere. It's not common. So I will urge you to stay close to the camera until we are done. Thank you. And as well, you can ask questions. We can also chat if you have personal discussions you want to do with us. We are also open to listen to you. And also my audience can also give you any piece of advice you want. Let's rub mind to get acquainted with each other. So in case you're wondering where I'm streaming from Abuja, Nigeria. And the time here is 12:24 p.m. If I had locked it this way, I'll be contributing to his problems. So it's best I correct the locks first before I begin to look. Please, I want to draw this warning. In case you don't know how to do it, do not use the scissors. Just unfold it once and let it be. Unless you know how to do it properly, that's when you can use the scissors, because if you use the scissors wrongly, you'll be breaking the person's head too. So you need to know the direction you are following and how you are following before you can be able to use scissors or maybe a needle as well. Let's do. So for this particular one, you can see it has a ball effect here. Look at it. This one, what causes it is that when you lock too tight, and maybe for instance, when you lock too tight and there's no space to go through the scarp again, then you left the locks halfway. This is what happens. Let me show you. For instance, when I pass this through like this, let's say, assuming I'm locking, and when I lock, I didn't drag the whole locks to come out. Do you see this part I left? Now, if I leave it like this and lock again, this part is going to remain that way. So that's what happened here. So the only way now I'm going to correct this is I have to cut out this place. Then I have to lose part and loosen this part before I can connect it back again. So spray the water for the cushion. So you have to loosen it till you get enough hair to connect back. So this hair is enough for me. So I'll have to go and loosen this one too. This is it. Let me crochet it. Normal. So I'm relocking it back. So this is it, guys, in shape. You can see. So we're going to do now. Keep doing it. We also correct it. So that's how we do it. Anytime you have a smaller strand you're working on, please don't use any sharp object, either the needle or the scissors, unless the lock is a bit thicker. That's why I left this one. The root is looking tiny, so I don't want to break any hair. So I have to manage what I have. So in case you notice the same problem on the slimmer locks, please do not do this. Then just try to unwrap the hair, and that's all. You don't need to go deep. So another reason why I didn't wash the hair before I started doing this thing is because even if I wash the hair, I'm still going to have build-ups around after we loosen it. So it's more like we're washing the hair twice. So the best thing is just to wash it once, and we just to unwrap it first before you wash. And again, if I notice I have enough undergrowth, I don't need to go and use my scissors on that part again. That's why I do it that way. So another thing, the best way to know the particular one to unwrap the locks is by doing it this way. Let me show you. Look closely. This is one I've not loosed. This is what I will do. I'll pick it, then I'll pick it like I want to tear it. When I drag it like this, the direction the locks follow on its own is telling me that that's the anti-clockwise direction I need to follow. So see, when I pull this one, when I put this, I notice the hair is coming up like this. Because it's coming up like this now, I'm going to follow this way and bring it out. I'll drag again. If you're still following that way, I'll bring it out. So where you notice, you see you're having a lot of ambiguity. Can you see them? That's how you do it. So you don't just assume that this is the direction you follow. You have to, there's a technique to follow in the right direction. You see, This is one of the wrong ones. So from seeing it like this, now when you pull it, are you seeing that this is where you follow? You see? Follow there again. Then to be sure, you need to unwrap the sides. Isn't it? Then you try your finger in from those sides. If they're okay, you can leave it. And sometimes again, if you look closely, it's just a single strand that is holding this part, so you can free it and untangle it again if you wish. Sometimes we also struggle with the direction, so you need to be very careful when you're doing that. If the work was done properly, I will not be able to loosen this thing. But because it's not done properly, that's why when I pull it, I see the direction and I'm able to lose it. Up to you. This can pass through. So this is it, guys. So the next thing now we're going to do is, after we finish taking off the wrong relocking, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to massage the scalp with our hand so that will loosen up the roots. So we'll do it this way. So while I'm doing it like this, those parts that has the T shape, it will loosen those T shape. So the thing is going to look like this. So as I'm doing like this, it's rolling out those T shape, making it form one root like this. It's covering that line that the bad locking did. So when you're doing it, you need to do it wet. That would help it work faster. So now we're going to wash out the hair, wash the dirt out. Then we'll come back and retwist, then we interlock the hair. So I want you to see a professional way of interlocking, a way you've never seen, and I'm going to explain every step in details. So please stay tuned while we go to wash the hair. I remain your host, Obinosh's Signature. In case you have any question, feel free to ask. Thank you. I'll go there for washing. Hello Ganesh, this must be more like an Indian name. How are you today? My friend with the Arabic name, is this Arabic? I don't know what tribe it is, but hello. Thanks for joining my live stream. Hello Genesis. Hello Kenneth. Hope you guys are good. Please do not go nowhere, stay tuned. We are going to be done with the washing anytime soon. This is one of the first videos that I will be doing for interlocking service. So I want you guys to stay and see how I'm going to do that. And I'm so sure that you're going to have questions. So just stay tuned. for a client to finish washing his hair. I want us to play a reduced game. So I'll be typing a question in the comment section. Then I want you to reply. I want to see my smartest viewer for today's class. So let's see who's going to win the vote. So you know how to play the reduce. So the first question says, I'm an object. I have a neck without head. What am I? I'm an object. I have a neck, but no head. What am I? So let's see who's going to get it first. Please, no cheating. Don't use ChatGPT. Please do not use AI. Just guess. The more you guess naturally, the more fun it becomes. So just guess. I'm an object. I have a neck but no head. What am I? So I'm going to give you the first one answer so you understand the example. So for the first one, I'm an object, I have a neck but no head, what am I? The answer is bottle. Bottle is the answer. Bottle has a neck but doesn't have a head. So that is the first answer. So the second question now says, a boy is a doctor's son. A boy is a doctor's son. But the doctor is not a father of the boy. So who is the doctor? In case you are not getting the way I type, I can still say it out. So for those that don't have the time to pay attention to the comment section. The question says that a boy is a doctor's son, but the doctor is not the father of the boy. Who is the doctor? Let's see who's going to be our first winner for today. Guys, do well to comment, please comment. The boy is the doctor's son, but the doctor is not the father of the boy. Who is the doctor? Please do well to comment. I want to see your answer. Let's see your response. Read it out again. The boy is the doctor's son, but the doctor is not the father of the boy. Who is the doctor? Whoa. Well, let's move further. The answer is the doctor is the mother. A man can be a doctor, so from the question, you say a boy is a doctor's son. The doctor is not the father of the boy. He's a doctor. So then the boy, the doctor is the mother. The next question says, there is two dad and two sons. They all went fishing, but came back with only 3 fish. Let me say the question again. The next question says, there are 2 fathers and 2 sons. All of them went fishing, and they all caught 1 fish each, but they came back with only 3. Why is that? So we're back to the game. Welcome back. So guys, we're back now. So we are going to continue with our class. Obnoxious. Obnoxious. So guys, now we're done with the correction. What he wants to do is interlocking. So I want to make a point out here, and I want you to listen attentively, because this is something that is not common. I used to see online all the time, and I would like to discuss that here. So this is it. Anytime you have a client that wants to interlock, interlocking involves this pin. You see? It involves this pin. So anytime you have a client that wants to interlock, if you want your work to be very neat, the first thing you must do is you have to retwist the hair first. When you finish retwisting the hair, before you go back and start locking one after the other. The reason is because when you are retwisting, it gives you the time to make each line neat, and it increases your speed, because for the regular interlocking you see out there, is that they used to retwist it manually one after the other before the lock. No, that's a very slow process. The fast process is what I'm going to show you now. So let's dive in. All right. So I'm still going to use my molding wax for the retwist and the interlocking. So first thing I will do is to retwist first. So for those who don't know how to retwist, the cover of this gel. For those who don't know how to retwist, this is the best way. So let's go. The first thing. You saw the video I posted recently. It should be around 2 hours ago. I elaborate on what is causing lock stealing. I will encourage you to go and watch it. Then also you understand what I'm about to say if you watch it. Let's come up. Let me hold it for the way I used to. Let me hold it for. Remember that thing I told you, if I make a point. I've not done it yet. So like as I was saying, if you want to do, before you finish doing all of those things, the hair will dry up. So when you dry up, when you're putting your wax to lock, the hair will be looking dull. So if you want your interlocking to look bright, you retwist all the hair first before you come back and start interlocking. So guys, I spoke about this. I said anytime you want to retwist a particular lock, when you just go in blindly and start creating new lines like this, is wrong. Once you have formed locks with your hair, you can't get a perfect line like this. So So what you do is you brush just in and out this way. You try your best to pick the ones that are not fused and keep them in the right place. If hair is sticking to your comb like this, free it and go all over it again. If you stick, free it, don't break it. The more you are breaking, if you accumulate all those hair you've been breaking, it will be as a result of those locks thinning you are having. So you avoid breaking locks to perfect lines. You don't need to perfect the lines, please. Once you continue this way, the lines will come out perfectly naturally, unless maybe the error was made during when you are making the locks. That is it. And if you correct it once, you need to interlock it so that it will not mix up again.
Sorry.
For those my returning viewers that are familiar with my work, usually you always see me start my retweets from the side and I always end at the back. Please, anywhere you start your retweets does not matter. It just depends on what you're trying to achieve. So when you are retwisting, direction is not important. But in this case, in today's class, we are going to be interlocking. So direction plays a very big role. So we need to take note of directions. So please, to always support our channel, to encourage us. Anytime you come into our live stream, the first thing you do is to like the live stream. Then you can comment, at least so we can notice you to know that yes, you're actually with us. It's very important. Always comment on our live stream. Ask questions as you want, as you wish. And please endeavor to always like our live stream. It will boost our post more for people that need to see it to see the video. Thank you as you do so. So this short hair you're seeing around are those short hair that we were losing the other time. So assuming we didn't lose it, we will not have this short hair. In fact, the whole interlocking is going to be very painful because there will not be enough undergrowth for such work. So that repair we did was very necessary. If you skip it, the work will not come out right. In case you want to see it again, I would encourage you to go back to the beginning of this live stream and watch how we corrected his locks for. You click the So in relation to, so in relation to that particular video I posted today, I was talking about locks breaking. I spoke about the sectioning method of your locks. So if you are the OGs like the millennium that started their locks like 5, 10, 20 years ago, you know, those people then, they used to believe that if your locks is randomly sectioned, it looks more natural compared to when it's squared. Belief to repent, because that belief is not really healthy for your locks, and I'm going to explain why. Now, why that belief is not healthy for your locks is that I'm going to show you something here. Now, this guy is actually his first time coming to my salon. I'm not familiar with his hair, you understand? So it's natural for me to want to trace lines. It's natural for me to want to find his roots and section the locks properly. So I want to take note of what will happen. Let me just park this one and then show you what I'm trying to talk about. Good. So look, now this is his hair. I don't have an idea of how the hair follow or where it follow, but from what they did from this hair, it looks the squared form method. So now that I cannot find a particular locks, because his locks is organized, you can see the locks has rows. So because it has rows, it is easy for me to go in and open the line like this. Are you seeing it? Open the line like this. Then if there's a line at the back too, I opened it like this. Then the next thing, if these two locks are fused, I will comb it like that. And do you know why it's easy for me to comb them together? Because they are on the same row. Are you getting it? Because they are on the same row. So that way, the separation will be very, very easy for me to do. And the retwist will be very easy. But taking for instance that your locks, so guys, sorry for breaking transmission. All thanks to our client. God bless you. So I was making an important point before the network interrupted. So I will go over it again for better understanding. Now, I was making reference to a video I posted early this morning about the millennials. If you started your locks around 2015, 10 years ago, back then they used to believe that you don't section your locks this way. Why? Because they believe when you section it randomly, it gives it this natural effect. It makes it look like, yes, this is natural from birth. But that's not true. Now, let me explain something to you. This guy, this is his first time coming to my salon, and he wants me to maintain his hair. It is normal for me to try to start tracing his root. Now, because his locks are sectioned, this is the squared or the bricks form method. Now, since this is properly sectioned, how do I trace the line and how do I retwist the hair? It's very simple. No matter how fused his hair are, because of the rows that the locks have and how they are organized, it will be easy for me to part the hair. First of all, I'm getting the row. Now I've gotten the row, I can go in and apply my gel like this. Then brush in and out, in and out, without breaking much locks. Are you seeing it? Then for the two locks that are together, I'm trying to get the lines between them. It's easier for me to get because they are on the same row. So because they're on the same row, I can easily comb the both of them. and I will get the line between them. You can see it. Then it's going to be easy for me to retwist. Now that way I did not break any locks. This is the point I'm trying to make. Because it's easy for me to do that, it's going to be helping his locks to grow very healthy, because I'm not breaking any hair to what? To retwist. But if you carry a random hair, let's say a random section, like my staff around here is having the same issue. His own is random. So now, assuming that this man comes with a random hair and I want to section it, how do I section this thing? The way to section it now, I will be guessing where the line follows. That way, I'll go in and start breaking other hairs. Are you seeing it? So when I start breaking other hair, I'll make sure I get the actual size I want. Why am I doing that way? Because they are not sitting on the same row, so it will be very difficult for me to identify this is the line for this man or this is the line for this man. So that's why I'm against the fact that that round method of sectioning locks is an old-fashioned, or that random way of sectioning locks is not healthy for your locks, because so long any lock, once the hair is due and you try to part it to retwist, you're going to be breaking some locks to give to some locks. But because this one is organized and it has a row that connects the locks, it is easy for me to part the hair easily and to comb between two locks easily to separate them. So in case you are struggling with that kind of hair, please do well to resection your locks. How do I mean resection? If you're having that kind of root and your locks is already growing too long, please resection your locks. Take down the locks, come and section it this way. When you section it this way, install it back. You will notice that your locks will be growing evenly. You will not be suffering from lock thinning, and your locks will grow very healthy. And when you style, your style looks very nice. Are we together? So that's one reason why you must resection your locks if you started your locks 15 years earlier. Unless you are lucky to have a loctician that have seen the future and giving you this kind of pattern. So please, it is important you section your locks. Again, some people might want to crucify me that, why do you say we should resection our locks? I'm also going to explain the reason why you must resection your locks. Now, if you have locks and your locks is 8 to 10 years old, if your locks is 8 to 10 years old, you must resection the locks. Let me explain. Imagine when you started your locks from a very short length. If you have 100 or 200 strands, you won't feel the weight, you won't feel the heat. Is that not true? Bro, is that not true? You won't feel the heat. But when you start your hair and your locks are very short, you won't feel the weight. Is that not true? And the reason is because the locks has not gained weight yet. Are we together? But now when you are approaching 8 years, 10 years, depends on how fast your hair grows, you will now discover that the hair is becoming too full, the length is becoming too much. Now when the length is becoming too much, it's just like when you go to the gym, your first day in the gym, you are carrying 5 kg. After 1 month, you started carrying 20 kg. After 3 months, you started carrying 100 kg. Now, that is the degree of strength you're having. Now, that's the same thing that is happening to these locks. So let's say these locks, the strand now is the weight you are carrying. Then your strength, your muscle as the human, is the scalp. Are we together? So anytime, once your dread is around that 8 to 10 years, the weight is already becoming too much for the root to carry. So at that point, what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to resection the locks. Why are you resectioning it? You are resectioning it so that you will give it a bigger size of root that will be able to carry the weight of the locks. for another additional 8 to 10 years, which in total is going to be around 20 to 18 years. Are we together? So please, once you approach 8 to 10 years, you must resection your locks. If not, if you do not resection, you'll be suffering from locks thinning, you'll be suffering from too much locks, and along the line you will see some locks falling out while some are not in good shape. Some are short, some are long, some are fat, some are thin. If you want your locks to look even at all the phase of your lock journey, resection it at every 8 or 10 years. That way, if you want to have the locks till your toe, you can have the locks. If you want to have it till your bum, you can have it. So that is the reason why you have to resection your locks. I hope I made my point clear. It's Romeo. So I've actually solved 2 problems for you guys. So please encourage me by liking my post, sharing it to the right audience, subscribe so that I'll feel encouraged and at least want to research more, want to solve more problems. So long you are carrying locks or you're inspiring to carry locks or you're a loctician, this channel is very encouraging, it's very educational when it comes to locks. And if you feel there are points you need to state out, please, we are open to corrections and we are open to research. We are open to learn. So if there's anything you feel we are getting wrong or it's not right, or there's a question you want to ask, feel free to always ask. Thank you so much. Still remain your host for the Notion Signature. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support us by gifting us, feel free to do that. If you want to support by joining our membership, please feel free to do that. If you want to donate, feel free to do that. God bless you as you do so. Thank you for such a lovely comment, Mr. Drills. We really appreciate. So, like I always say, do not retwist lock dry. Please do not retwist locks dry. Once your locks is dry, always work with your water spray, your bottle spray. Always spray the locks before you retwist. If you don't do that, your lock is going to be very dry. Your work is going to be very dull, and you're going to be using too much gel. So avoid using too much gel. So guys, rounding up the retwist, the next step we are going to go into now is the interlocking. So from the beginning of the class, we started with the correction. After the correction, we wash the hair. After the washing, we pan roll the hair. And after the pan rolling, I'm going to interlock the hair. And after the interlocking, you'll see the next process. Hi, my friend. How are you? Welcome to my live stream. Please, can you tell me a short form of your name? Because your name is very long and you're far from my screen, so I can reach out to you, comment, and engage with you. So we're done locking. What we'll do now is we're going to wet it, spray a little oil on it so that it will not dry up, because if you continue locking like this, it's going to look dull. So I'll use my water spray. Sorry. I spray it. Then I use my oil spray. Spray it too. So I want to make an emphasis here. I want you to look at this pin very well. You can see their size. This is bigger than this. Now anytime you are locking, if they are smaller locks, they are more smaller than this. Please use the pin that is similar to the size of the locks, because some of you will go to the extent of using a bigger pin for a very tiny root. When you do that, you'll be breaking the person's locks, and when you are locking, the locks you'll be struggling to pass the pin, and when you are doing that, you are going to be breaking hair. So the bigger the locks, the bigger the pin you use. The smaller the locks, the smaller the pin you use. So now I'm going to the interlocking. So I told you, in interlocking, direction plays a very big role, and you need to know. Down. So when you want to lock, first thing is I use the star method of relocking. You see it? Then I cross it. No, sorry. This is very okay. Then you pull the hair around to see if there's short hair hanging around. You crochet it in the body of the locks. This is it. So let's go again. You can see the directions I'm following. And again, if you are interlocking, don't twist the root, let it be very tight. Free it up a little, then hold it up so that you can pass the root freely. But you twist it very tight, it won't be enough for you to pass through. Then if you can't study my sequence, how I lock, I'm going to show you another clue on how to lock. Come this way, so you guys will be able to see my hand properly. So, you see, it. Now, in the aspect of going to make the lines neat manually one after the other, I'm no more doing it because I've solved that problem by retwisting the locks already. While you're working, you also need the hair to be wet, because the wet hair is what makes the lock to pass freely. So you can see that in this part, direction plays a very big role. No matter where you follow, you must make sure that the last one falls in the direction that you need. Else, the locks will not be organized. You can see the way they are all lying down because of the direction I used to follow. So I keep, if I want to start, I go this way. You can see from right to left. Then I go again this way. You see it? Then I go in the middle. You see it? You go again this way. This way. Now, I'm supposed to follow the middle, but I will not follow the middle because I noticed if I follow the middle again, the locks will not be tight. So I still need one more move before I follow the middle. So I'm going to go this way again. Are you seeing it? I'm up my prediction. You see it is tight now. So I hope you guys are learning. So I noticed one more move will be okay for this one, so I go through the middle. See it? Sometimes when your predictions fail, you don't need to force it like, I have the chance to go in this one or leave it this way. The better decision is to let it be this way. I wasn't lucky to give me that very tight shine. If not, it will lead to traction of the piece here. If you lock, always make sure that you don't have locks left out. Make sure that the locks pass through completely. If you have left out, then you don't really have to lock. What I'm trying to say is, if you look here, let me show you. This. So because it's tight, I will not leave it this way. You see this thing? If I come back by tomorrow, it's going to remain like this on both of the locks. So earlier before, we had an issue like this. We have to trim the hair, loosen those parts before we correct it. So make sure it passes through completely like this. There's something that makes my locks not very painful. I used to say not very painful because I don't believe interlocking is not painful. Even if it's small, it's painful. Because when you do palm rolling and do interlocking, you will see that there's difference. Palm rolling is more convenient and less painful than this particular method. So I'm going to show you something that makes my own a little bit not painful. Now, anytime you're crocheting and you want to pass your crochet pin, always use your hand to open this head. See, and you see, this is what I do, so you don't notice when I go in like this. Then if I want to go out again, come closely, let's see. You see, my hand is picking up the pin. I'm picking it up already. Then I put the hair in between. Then I make sure that this thing locks. So that's why my pin is passing smoothly. But if you don't lock it, once you're going like this, you'll be dragging. You see, it will be difficult. As you are dragging, you'll be pulling the person's hair. So the person will be feeling the pain of you dragging that single hair. So always open the pin before you put it inside and lock the pin before you drag it back. That way it will make your locks very locking simple. So back to the early point I was talking about, the crochet pin. You see that the big one I selected it because it can easily wrap the locks like this. You see it wraps the locks completely. If you are using a crochet pin and maybe the crochet pin is too small for the locks, whereby when you put it, the pin did not close completely, it will be painful and it will be breaking the hair. So you use pin that can lock the locks completely like this before you draw. And again, if you use an oversized pin that is too big for the locks, the root is going to suffer it. The root of the person's locks will suffer it. There are 2 points you can drag locks from. That will make your locks not painful, your locking not painful. You can decide to drag it from directly the root like this. Let me come again. You can decide to drag it from directly the root like this, which is now going to be painful. Or you can decide to drag it from the part where you think is slim enough to pass the root. You can see this is a slim part for me, and if you can pass the root freely without much drama. So any part of the locks that you feel is slim enough to pass through the root without issue, you can use that part. So those 2 points are the best points to use for your interlocking. Everything that I'm doing, I'm making sure that the lock sits to the back comfortably without standing up. If there's any way I'm going to relock, and make sure my last 2 moves are going directly to the back. Hello Helen, welcome to my live stream. How are you, Helen? begin to feel that it's a bit harder because the air is dry. So I wet it. So you come a bit closer to that because if it's closer, it gives one clear effect more. So the next thing now we're going to do is we're going to check for the shortening around the locks and crochet them. Now after that, we are going to dry the hair. Okay, if there's any small style it needs to do, can do, but usually when you do interlocking, there's no styling because it's just best you fly the hair because the nothing you've done is already tight. And coming to style it again, it's more like adding more pains. So now I'm going to hang the phone, so we'll just check around by picking the hair around like this. You can see, when we pick the hair around like this, we'll crochet them in, make sure everything is alright, then we'll dry it and we'll call it a day. So thank you guys for watching. So let's go. So bring the other crochet so that you can the other tiny one. You need a smaller one. Yes, see it here. You can use that one. So let's pack the hair first. Check around. If anyone is okay, don't need to force out the hair. And you don't need to wrap it, you just crochet it straight. Sometimes those excess hair around there is what makes the place look swollen. So to make it look flat, you need to pull out those hair there and crochet them in. So this place, smaller crochet pins are more recommended. So I'm going to change this one to a smaller size. See the one I'm using? Lucky, thank you so much. Lucky, thank you for the comments.
explain about the light do it or what?
What's that?
The dyeing.
The tip?
Yeah.
Oh, please don't do it. It's very weak already. One more touch. You see the way that those ones are cutting out?
Yeah.
One more touch. You don't even need to be touching it. It's just be falling off. So please. Said if you want, you are willing to trim out and do.
Like, what's the 3 months? Like, what age?
So no, if you want to trim out and do, we'll just apply it. If it breaks, anywhere that breaks and stop, that is it. But what's the head of carrying locks when your locks will not be carried? So guys, now we're going to dry the hair. So I have to oil it. Then this is dry. Yes. If you're willing to die, I'll do it for you. So this is it, guys. So after we dry the hair, what is left is giving maybe a haircut. Then after the haircut, we'll style, and after the style, we're done with the maintenance. So the purpose of this class today has been achieved. Wanted you to see how to do the proper interlocking. So I will encourage you to stay tuned. I'll be coming up very soon for another live stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you. My next video will be more on palm rolling. This client is actually a client that passed through Locs repair with the Locs machine. So, and he's coming for his second retwist. That is his second visit. So I will always encourage you guys to please support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. God bless you. I remain your host, Obinosh's Signature. Peace out.